Who needs the boogeyman when you have your family? Who needs the Grim Reaper, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre when you have your own family? Um, this is in relation to my story. Your family have been manipulating you for a long time, and it's not everybody in your family, but it's the ones that's closest to you that probably had their hands most involved in your life. It may be a parent or both parents, mother and father, or just your mother or just your father. For a long time, you grew up feeling neglected, and a lot of you were underdeveloped because of this, because of your family. They never wanted you to know who you were. They never allowed you to find out who you were. You were never allowed to be yourself. A lot of you were suppressed in the household. You were suppressed. You weren't allowed to express yourself. Even your confidence was suppressed. You weren't allowed to even feel good. You weren't nourished. Your family probably never poured into you, made you feel good, encouraged you to do anything or accomplish anything. When you do accomplish something and have success, they don't acknowledge it. It's almost like you didn't do anything, but it's strangers that celebrate you and think what you're doing is so amazing. This is due to the very toxic, abusive, and manipulative either parent that you have or family that you come from, right? And it's designed to send you into madness. You were never allowed to have anything. Maybe you were pushed to the side, you were scapegoated, you were made to feel like you didn't belong. Like your family try to make you feel like everybody else is good, everyone else is adequate, but it's just you made to feel like you shouldn't be here. All right. This is supposed to send you into mental madness because you know you look to your family for love. You look for your family for you know guidance, but they intentionally misguided you. So you grew up naive. You grew up not knowing how to function as well as probably the other kids in school knew how to function, middle school, high school. And so because of that, you weren't able to take advantage of the things that everybody else was able to take advantage of. Um, you missed out on a lot. You were taken advantage and manipulated by your family because of this. But as you got older, you've been catching up, picking up on game, and realizing the lies, the game, the manipulation. You can see it. This is your internal compass waking you up, your inner intelligence, understanding with the level of experience, with it, you have enough experience in your life to realize something ain't right. You take a step back and you evaluate your family, you realize you've been in a hellhole. You've been in a pit of snakes. They've been trying to gobble you up. Pause. Your family been trying to eat you alive. And the reason why they've been doing this to you is because they see something about you that obviously that you couldn't see in yourself. They see something in you that you can't see in yourself or that you couldn't see in yourself because you were too young. You hold a light. You hold truth. You're not on demon time like how a lot of your family members are. A lot of your family members, they build, there's people in this world that build their lives off of manipulation, games, lying, stealing, plotting, telling somebody one thing and doing another, throwing a rock and hiding their hand, talking to people but holding a hard, sharp knife behind their back. There's people like that that live. That's how they become. That's how they accomplish in life. That's how they move. That's how they get themselves together. They abuse and manipulate people to get what they want, and then they don't actually do the real work. They think doing the real work is for suckers, and the way you get through life is to cheat and plot and plan and scheme and manipulate and take advantage of people. So your family saw that you weren't like this. You have more of a pure heart, and you don't have the intention to be in relationships with people for selfish gain, or it's not wrong with having selfish gain and to look out for yourself. We're all self-serving, but they saw that you weren't on demon time when you meet people. You don't be on demon time. You're the type of person to you want to do good by people that you have in your life, right? You want to do good in the world. You know how to look somebody in their face and tell them the truth. You're not as cunning and manipulative and as as twisted and narcissistic as your family members are. So they saw that in you. They from right away a narcissist knows when somebody's not like them. They usually form cliques with people that are similar to them, so they can go around plotting, scheming, and planning and lying and stealing and robbing together. It's almost like if I'm a thief, I'm gonna go on a heist with another robber. I'm gonna go, you know what I'm saying? If I'm the leader, I'm gonna go form relationships with other the leaders so we can, you can relate to those people, right? From a boxer, I run into other fighters. So you form bonds with people that have similar values with you, and that's why they separated themselves from you because you don't have their value system. Your value system comes from God. God made you differently. God did not put in your heart that twisted, um, manipulative, um, demonic outlook on life. You don't have the devil in your chest. You got God in your chest, right? So your family like, nah, we can't mess with this person. They push you to the side, but while you're being pushed to the side, they're behind the scenes plotting and coming together and saying, yo, what are we gonna do about him? What are we gonna do about her? How are we gonna handle this person? How are we gonna hide them from the truth? How are we gonna manipulate them so that they don't realize what's really going on? For years behind the scenes. For years they've plotted. For years they've schemed. For years they've undermined your intelligence. They kept you out of so many things. There's so much y'all don't know. You don't realize it. There's so much you don't know. Your family has been hiding so much from you. But now the truth is coming to the light. You watching this video because you're finding out a lot of lies that your family told you. You've been, but you kind of seen the signs of it. But then you say to yourself, nah, it's my family. Why would they want to do that to me? That's my family. Why would they plot to do that against this person or that person? Why would they be lying to me about finances and money? Nah, maybe I'm just overthinking it. You're not overthinking it. You've been lied to, manipulated, run amok. Like Brother Malcolm said, you've been run amok. And this video found you because you are having one of the greatest breakthroughs of your life, finally freeing yourself and getting out of that pit where all these snakes are around you, trying to choke you, choke the life out of you, choke up your intelligence, your energy, your money, your finances. There's a reason why for a long time you felt like certain parts of your life didn't work. That's because your family members were there holding you back. For some of y'all, um, for some of y'all, it's your love life. Family members blocking your love life. Every time you bring somebody around, they never like the person. They got something negative to say. Your family is doing certain things to you to paint you a certain way to people so that people on the outside world in your community wouldn't see you as attractive or wouldn't trust you. For some of you, it's your finances. You're a very talented person. You're a very skilled person. You acquired skills. You work hard. You're diligent. But it seems like as you're generating income, you just can't seem to get ahead. And every time you turn around, it's a family this, a family emergency for that. Your mother asks you for this. Your father asks you for this. Your uncle asks you for this. Your cousin, even a neighbor asks you for something. There's a reason for that. A lot of these people, they understand you have the ability and gift to accumulate wealth. So they make sure to position themselves close to you. And when they see that you're coming up, when they see that you're building your finances, when they see that, you know what I'm saying, like you're generating money, they ask you for this, they ask you for that. They don't actually need what they're asking for, or they don't need the money to get what they're claiming they need, right? They don't actually need it. What's really going on is they're trying to get your money. They understand that you're building wealth, so if they know because you have a good heart, they're manipulating that and using that against you. They say, okay, you got a good heart. I'm gonna pretend that I'm in this dire situation and I need $100 because they know you're gonna send it to them because they know you love them and you don't want anything bad to happen to them. So you'll send 100. They've been positioning themselves to suck the lifeblood out of you, and they just look at you as a tool, and they hope that they can extract everything possibly they possibly can from you. And by the time you turn around and realize what happened, everything in your life will be gone, and you'll be in a situation that's you can't recover from emotionally, mentally, financially, relationally. They're hoping that they drain everything from you and leave you in the middle of the street with nothing. Your family doesn't care about you, yo. Um, you, we all, we all are told like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Trust your family. That's all you got. For a lot of you listening to this message, hopefully you can hear it really good with these headphones. You know, you can trust everybody else but your family. I'll tell you that. These people they've placed their hand in your life and they've positioned themselves to rob you of everything. But the main thing that they rob you from that has damaged you, that you have to learn how to recover from, is the truth. The truth about your situation. A lot of y'all walking around thinking that what happened between mom and dad, um, was what it was, but it wasn't. You don't know you don't know the full truth of what happened between mom and dad. That was a lie. That was a lie. You were told lies about that situation. You were told lies about your siblings. You were told lies about school. You were told lies about, some of y'all, if your mother put your father on child support, there was lies about that. You supposed to have money, but she used it for herself. And vice, I don't want to say vice versa, but whatever, male or female, there's a lot of lies been told. And so right now, what's going on? The reason why you're attracting a lot of success. You're having a big turning point in your life. The energy is shifting. Things are clearing out. Maybe money is coming in more than it's ever came in before. Maybe you have a business that's taking off. You're being restored because you've separated yourself from your family, because you're not as responsive, because you're not allowing them into your life. Even if you are talking to them, you're not letting. They don't know what the hell is going on with you. You're being restored because you finally cut the cord. You finally separated yourself from the people that were blocking your blessings all along. And the blessings ain't just money. The blessings is relationships, love, experiences, right? It is wealth too. That's because you remove yourself from the blessing blockers. Your greatest stoppers, your greatest haters, the people that would dislike you the most and don't want to see you happy are your own family. For those of you that are catching this message, it's them and no one else. Um, so stay clear, keep your boundaries. You have every right to not let them know what's going on. Stay protected, stay blessed. Hit the like button, hype this video up. Peace.